Up, Not Growing Old podcast.
We might never change the world, at least we've had our say.
Real talk about movies, music, politics, race, and religion.
Growing up, not growing old, the feeling is still the same.
Live from New York. It's the Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast. My name is Mike Russo, your host, doing something new. I'm on camera. What? I'm about 10 years too late on the camera, on the video podcast thing. But I figured I'd give it a try, keep it fresh, do something different. I got to get with the times, I guess, even though I am about 10 years late. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to do some video podcasts. Some will be via internet connection, Skype, video call, whatever. Some will be in person, depending where I'm at. Just got to give a shout out to Tin Man from the UK for letting me know about this app that I'm using now. I foresee some technical difficulties coming in the future, but it's pretty good. It worked pretty good last time I did it. So my guest, I guess this is the first video fucking show I'm doing. It is. It's not my first podcast, obviously, but it's the first video I'm doing. My brother, Anthony Russo, will be on shortly. But I have to tell you, if you want to watch this video, it'll be on the podcast feed. If you're listening on the podcast feed, you can go to YouTube and do a search for Growing Up, Not Growing Old. Look for the logo. You know it. The Sacred Heart, the Agnostic Front Discipline album, Bite. There's not going to be anything on there like newer than like 7 years old. But I'm going to be slowly but surely, I'm going to be putting podcasts up there. And if I get like 50 followers, which is fucking easy. I mean, if I kept up on my YouTube channel, I would have that already. But if I get 50 followers, then I can go live. And that should be fun. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to press this button and invite my brother. Let's see if I know how to do this. You guys are going to do this with me. All right. Let's see. I'm not getting the option to fucking, I'm not getting the option to invite somebody now. So, that's fucked up. With me, Anthony Russo just jumped on. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Technical difficulties.
Can't hear me?
Oh, I got you.
All right. I don't know what was going on there. It went through the second time.
All right, good, because I just closed everything out and reopened it up. I was just doing a quick little intro about, doing a video podcast 10 years too late, but that's all right.
Gongo. This is Gongo. This is good shit, man.
Joe, check this out. So I was watching the movie the other day, right? So I fall asleep on the movie. And you know how you watch something and it just kind of goes, like the next shit automatically plays, you wake up, you're like, what the fuck is this? That ever happen to you?
That happens to me every night. As a matter of fact, I was watching a movie earlier and I went out, and when I came back, I left the television on. His Phantasm is on.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, it's on right now.
Yeah, that's a good one. Fucking So anyway, so I wake up and I'm having dreams about Haddonfield. I'm like, Haddonfield? What the fuck am I having dreams about Haddonfield? So I wake up and one of the Halloweens is on, right? So I'm watching it. I don't really recognize. So I don't really watch the Halloweens after like the original two, maybe.
Yeah.
Know? So I don't know them too well. So it was like Michael Myers is fighting these cops in the building, and Donald Pleasance is outside screaming. And I'm like, holy shit, this must be like Halloween 4, 5, or 6, because this shit is fucking bad. It was unbelievably bad, right? So I'm gonna keep watching it. It's so fucking bad. This must have came out in like 88, 89, right?
Yeah, exactly when it came out. I think I know which one you're talking about too.
Well, I thought I did too, because when the title came up, it said Halloween Kills. And I was like, oh shit, that's one of the new ones.
Oh, fuck, that's right. When you said he fights the cops, I'm like, I think I remember that one. And you're right, that's Halloween Kills.
Now, when I first watched Halloween Kills, I thought it was fucking awful. But
So did I. I thought it was terrible.
it is terrible. But watching it like out of the context of it being new and fresh, and just watching it from like just a different pair of eyes, yo, that movie is so worse than I thought. Like it's so fucking bad.
It's terrible. They took like the creepy Michael Myers totally out of it. That's his whole shit. Is creepy and this and that. He's not supposed to be brawling out with people.
And he's not supposed to be like showing you how he ripped out your teeth. Like you remember that in the first remake, Halloween 2018, he like shows him his teeth.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't like that one neither. You talk about
No.
the zombie one or the new Halloween one?
The new one, 2018.
All right, I didn't think that one was terrible, but
I would give it another go because I think it's terrible. I think it's pretty fucking. If it's anything like Halloween Kills, it's gonna be bad.
well, you know what? I didn't really care for any of them really after you saw like the first two. Oh, you know what's fucked up? Part 3, I've learned to like through the years, and I don't know why. I don't know.
It's because the virus got you. That's why the worm that you let the worm. You fell asleep next to the pod, kid.
Yo, I don't know what happened, but I can actually watch it now, and I'm like, all right, this is not bad.
The only argument I ever heard for that movie was Paulie Nugent. Shout out P. New, because he gave it a corporate takeover, business greed type of angle to it. Like you know how corporations want to run the world.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't think of it that way. That's a good way to look at it, but that movie fucking stinks. It's bad. If you take away Halloween, just call it Season of the Witch and release it by itself, that movie stinks.
Oh man, I think you need to rewatch it.
I have twice because I had to see what the fuck everyone sees.
You know what it is too. For the longest time, I was like, this movie's fucking terrible because it's Halloween, and after the first 2 Halloweens, I wasn't done with Michael Myers yet. I wanted to see more. Oh, why do they fucking change the mask all the time in the other ones? Like 4, 5, like they keep like one of them. It looks like he got his eyebrows did.
Yeah, and he's got red hair in one of them.
No,
not red hair. He has blonde hair in one of them. Okay, so the original mask they like lost or some shit. It's just gone. I don't know what the fuck happened. And then there was one Halloween, I think it was 5, where like the guy making the mask, they kept telling him to change it, and they couldn't get it right. That's why in one scene, I think it's either 5 or 6, or it might be 4, I don't know, one of them. One of those awful fucking movies. His hair is actually like white. And it's just one scene.
We talk about this often. Like, what is the director seeing? Yeah, man, like, we sees the fucking eyebrows. The director's like, yo, Mike, perfect. You did a great fucking job on those eyebrows. And everybody's like, yeah, you just fucking filmed it.
I think everybody's like, yo, that looks awful. And the director's like, the studio needs this shot done today at 3:00, and we're doing it. That's it.
You want to know something? That's a legit thing because I know Alien 3, movies like that, they get pushed around so much by the studios, they come out with shit things. Like, because David Finch is a great director.
Yeah.
And Alien 3, if you watch the director's cut, it's better than the theatrical version.
The effects, though.
The CGI is just CGI is terrible, man, huh?
I feel like they jumped on the computer graphics thing too early in the game because it looks fucking bad.
You know what's the worst is, well, there's a lot of them that are bad, but American Werewolf in Paris,
awful,
terrible. Like I don't understand. Like if that was me and you making that movie, and we saw there's a part where like the werewolf jumps out of like a fountain.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, how can you not? You know how? Because it's so stupid looking. Like if me and you were making that movie, we would be like, "Wow, Mike, we fucking killed it just now." Like I'd be like, "Yo, just take that out." Like,
yeah, get a guy in a suit.
Yo, exactly. Like walking behind him, holding his fucking legs, like they did in American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, there's like been a rash of people. And it's a generational thing obviously, that they champion bad movies, but like not because I don't think they believe the movies are actually better. Like there's a guy who says American Werewolf in Paris is better than London. There's no fucking way on any planet
Is that real?
ever.
That's real?
But I feel like people want to go against the grain just to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like people who like, Halloween 3 is the best of the Halloweens. You could say Halloween 3 is okay. It's not better than 1. It's not better than 2. It's not better, in my opinion. I think the Rob Zombie Halloween's better than most of them.
You could say Halloween 3 is the best, but you're just going to be fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Like, how could anyone listen? You could go against the grain all you want, and I kind of get that in a way. But listen, you cannot deny American Werewolf in London from start to finish. That's a movie that if it just comes on, it's staying on every fucking time. You know how many times I've seen that movie? How many times have you seen it?
Oh, a million fucking times.
Dude, I watched it last week.
Yeah, and there was one person who was like, "Yeah, the best vampire movie is Queen of the Damned." It was like, "Yo, what are you watching?" Like Queen, I never even watched that fucking movie. I never looked at the trailer and said yes.
Who are these people?
Yeah, so I feel like it's all right. So right now I was on TikTok just now. Check me out on there. I'm Gungo Mike on there. I'm probably gonna change it to Growing Up, Not Growing Old because I'll put clips of the podcast up there. But as of right now, TikTok Gungo Mike. I post movie clips and video game clips. And there's one guy posted his top 5 horror remakes. I was telling you, I texted you earlier.
Yeah.
And he had Friday the 13th up there, right? As a remake.
Wow.
Now me being, I'm not a huge Friday the 13th fan. For me, I'm like, give me 1 through 4 and you could just forget the rest. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you feel that way too?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I could watch.
Okay, good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So give me 1 through 4. I could take 6. I could deal with 6 or whatever.
Actually,
1 through 4.
You told me about 6, and I was like, nah. And I watched it. All right, you were right. You could throw that in there too.
You could throw it, but for the most part, 1 through 4. So yes. I commented on his TikTok. I said, I like what they did with Jason in the remake. He was cool. He was brutal. He had his little layers, traps and shit. But the movie itself, what I felt was it was a parody of what they thought Friday the 13th should be. Like 1 through 4 and even 6, 7, 8, contrary to what people think, and I've seen these movies a million times, they don't have gratuitous nudity and they don't have what do you call that sex? Graphic sex. It just doesn't happen. Right. If they're naked, it's because they're skinny dipping. If they're fucking, they're making love in a hammock or they're making love in a bed. But right. Except for Part 5. Part 5 has gratuity. Just taking titties out for no reason. They're hardcore fucking in the woods. Part 5 is a whole other animal. Trash.
I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, you're right about that one too.
What happened with Part 5 is they hired a sleaze director, one of these guys who makes like sleaze movies. But that's something else. But so I feel like the remake, they were making a movie for what they thought the movie should be because Friday the 13th had a reputation for gratuitous nudity and graphic sex, which it doesn't. It really doesn't. Go watch those first 4, 6, 7, and 8. They don't.
Right, you're right, 100%.
So that's why I think the Friday the 13th remake shouldn't have been in his top 5.
You know what I think about that Friday? No, I don't think so neither. You know what else about that? The remake was that, I don't know about you or anybody else, but Part 2, when he's got that fucking bag on his head, to me, that thing is horrifying to me. All right? Like, that thing is terrible looking, and I mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
When he had the bag on his head in the remake, it just wasn't scary. I don't know if it's the way they film it.
It was too like wrestler-like. He looked like a wrestler or something.
That's another thing. Like, that's another thing. In Part 2, he just looked like a regular dude. Like, they got these, like, no disrespect to these people, but Kane Hodder, that guy's jacked, bro.
He sucks too.
Well, people love him, bro. He's terrible to me. 2, like you said, 2, 3, 4. Whoever played those is perfect. There's no big giant traps. Where's he working out, Jason? In the fucking woods?
Yeah, exactly. And Ted White
There you go.
You got Richard Brooker was 3, Ted White was 4. Richard Brooker was big, but he wasn't big in a I work out all the time and do fucking juice kind of way. He was just a big outback kind of guy, you know?
That's what you needed. The other thing too, real quick, is in the remake. When does Jason Voorhees take hostages?
Yeah, he
Take
should.
hostages?
Yeah, and he's gonna do a full run and swing at a girl and not kill her. What did he stop at the last second?
Yeah, well, you know what? That is not anywhere in the top 20 remakes.
Yeah,
Terrible.
do you remember part 2 at the end, right, where the lights are off in the cabin, or there's no light because they can't see, and she's like, somebody's in the room with us, and then he just stands up from the couch with a bag on his head, and he's just a regular guy, but he's in your house with a weapon and with a bag on his head.
Oh, that's the best fucking part. As soon as you said with the no light, I knew you were talking. That's my favorite part of that movie, bro. That's
it's
great.
fucking.
He's in the dark with the. Oh, it's fucking great. She's like, somebody in the room. And even to this day, when I watch it, I'm like, oh shit, somebody's in the room.
Yeah, because she can't see it, but you just feel. Sometimes you feel a presence.
Yo,
and he's behind the couch with a weapon.
Bro, that's fucking movie making right there, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what, though? My beef with 2 is what happened to the dude at the end?
What, her boyfriend, the blonde-haired guy?
Yeah, what happened to him?
I don't remember. I think he just got knocked out or some shit.
They don't show you nothing. They don't tell you nothing.
I'm going to have to revisit, too. I don't remember that part.
Yeah, remember, he comes crashing through the window.
Yeah.
And that's it. They're pulling her out on the stretcher. Yeah, check that out, man.
Oh, wait, didn't he, Jason didn't kill him?
Nah.
All right, I gotta look into that.
They don't show it. They don't show nothing like that.
But okay, so that got me thinking about horror remakes, and he had a pretty good list besides that. So
Okay.
I want to do a top 5 horror remakes. Now, what we'll do is we'll go 5 to 1, right? I'll do 5, then you do your 5. I'll do my number 4. You do your number 4. You know what I'm saying?
There's only one thing. You're gonna have to refresh me on some of these remakes because I can't. I don't remember these movies until somebody brings them up or until I see them. I have a couple that I like. Some are from childhood, but yeah, whatever. I have a couple that I think are great.
I got a couple honorable mentions. I'm sorry,
Okay.
1 second. I got a text. I'm texting somebody real quick.
Sure. Friday the 13th remake. No way, dude. I'm sorry. That dude's bugging.
Yeah, and then I was like, what I commented, I said, the 13th remake was like a parody of Friday the 13th, what they think Friday the 13th should be. He was like, the whole franchise is a parody. I was like, explain that to me. Like, what is that? And he never got back to me. Like, he never responded.
That was his little jab at you. That he must be a liberal.
Yeah, you better stop making lists. Is what he's got to do.
Yeah. Do me a favor. You're starting off like that. Not good.
All right, I got an honorable mention. Night. What is it? Not Night. Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Donald Sutherland. I thought that was really fucking good. That was a good one.
That's one of mine too.
All right, so I'm just gonna do my list, and that'll refresh your memory. I had another honorable mention, but I can't remember what the fuck it was now. I should have wrote it down. I don't write anything down. I'm fucking retarded. But
I was gonna do that earlier, and I didn't do it.
In my 5th spot, I got Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake with Jessica Biel and those. I don't know who else was in it. I just remember her ass, really, and her tank top.
Yeah.
But I do remember it was pretty good.
You know what? There's one part. You know what? Yeah, that's not that bad, that one. And there's that one part when he's got that dude's face.
I don't fucking remember.
He carved off that guy's face and he put it on. And she's like in the truck and she puts on the headlights and he turns to look at them and he's got that other kid's face. Yo, that's one of the best parts, I think, in all of the fucking movies. But the movie itself, I liked it, but I won't rewatch it.
I have to check it out again because I don't, like I said, the rest of the movies on this list I know pretty good, but that one I just remember liking it, so I put it at my 5 spot.
Not bad at all. Okay.
All right, number 4, which might be a controversial one. I got The Fly at number 4.
Oh fuck! No, that's hands down. That's a great pick right there. You can't fuck with that movie.
A lot of people put that at 1 or 2, so I got that at 4.
Yeah, but you know what though? Look at what it's going against.
Yeah, that's another thing that put to that's a factor for sure.
I mean, the guy had a fucking a bubblehead fly.
Yeah,
But you know what? No, the fly's great. Yeah, absolutely.
and he's on the windowsill like, "Help me, help
Yeah.
me."
Yeah,
Oh, I don't. Oh, he was in a spider web. No, he was in a spider.
That's right.
The spider caught him.
That's yeah. I haven't seen that in a long fucking time, but absolutely, the fly is was that a Cronenberg?
Yeah,
Yeah. He's a crazy fucking dude anyway. But yeah, that's a great one. Yep.
he's got
Agreed.
a lot of fucking good movies. That guy. He went on a run like a tear.
His son is doing it now a little bit.
Who is?
His son.
Oh, I didn't see Possessor or that other one.
Yeah, they're shot the fuck out, just like his father's. But
You know
yeah,
what I watched recently? Just to take a quick sidebar. Did you see Long Legs?
I did.
Do you know who directed that? Did you
No.
notice the name?
Yes. Wait, hold on. Norman Bates' son. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Isn't that fucking weird?
Yeah,
That's how fucking old we are.
Yeah. Everybody. Some people out there like, who's Norman Bates? You think?
Yeah, nah.
Nah, Anthony Perkins, maybe.
Maybe Anthony Perkins. Everyone knows Norman
Yeah.
Bates because they had the TV show. There's the fucking.
Yeah.
But that movie was about the detective's mom kept a secret from her. Right?
Yes. Yep.
So Anthony
Did you like it?
Perkins. Yeah, I liked it. The end was a little stupid, but Anthony Perkins' mom kept the secret from her son that he was gay. So that's kind of what that he wrote that movie kind of based on that.
Holy shit! Is that a fact?
Well, that's what I heard. I mean, I don't know if it's a fact. I'm going to run with it because I don't have anyone telling me otherwise. So I'm just going to run with it.
Yeah. That's doable though. You know those fucking people are weird to begin with. But
Yeah.
do you like Long Legs? Huh? A lot of people didn't like it. I went to go see it with Val, and I thought it was good. Like I can't watch Nicolas Cage that much.
Yeah, but he's not even really in it. Like it's somebody else.
But it's perfect because he's not really in it. It's somebody
Yeah,
else.
it's somebody else.
But he pulled that off pretty good, I thought. I like that one too. And you know what I like about it too? Sorry. I like the way it was filmed. Like if you watch, right, there's so many parts in that movie where perfect example, she's at home, she's on her computer or doing something at a desk.
And you're looking in the background and shit.
Yes, the background. It almost looks like at any moment something could go on back there.
Yep.
And that mentally keeps you in the fucking game. Like
They build the
you're like,
atmosphere, yeah.
Similar to that was It Follows.
Yeah. I
Like
didn't
the
like
way
It Follows, but yeah.
I didn't really care for it neither, but I like the way they filmed it. Or House of the Devil was another one. They filmed it like I
Yeah.
love when you have to get that grit. If you don't get that grit,
Yeah.
it just ain't gonna come out right, man.
Long Legs, the main reason I liked it is because how it felt.
Exactly.
It felt still and eerie, atmospheric. The thing I didn't like at the end is when they had this movie, they figure it out, we know what the deal was, and then the last scene, he's like, "Hail Satan," and kisses a camera. It's like you didn't need to do that. It's almost like you went against everything because he was the devil. He pulled off some crazy evil shit, and now he's like throwing a kiss at the camera. Like, come on, you don't have to do that.
You could have snipped that right the fuck out.
All right, number 3, I got The Blob.
That's yours?
Kevin Dillon, yeah.
All right, see that one? I haven't seen in a really long time.
But this is another one where it's like, look at the original.
Right.
And then the original was Steve McQueen. That's where like the factors come in. Because the Blob is such a different animal than the original Blob. Where like Texas Chainsaw, it's almost impossible to pull that off.
Yeah.
So I got the Blob at 3.
All right, I keep seeing it coming up on my Prime too, and I never put it on. I got to throw that on because I've seen recently in the past month or two, I've seen that come up for some reason in one way or the other. The Blob with Kevin Dillon. But yeah, I got to rewatch that one. But okay, yeah, I get that.
I also saw it in a theater when it came out. So, and I fucking loved it so much. It was such an experience.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, it was great.
Who'd you see that with?
With our father. That's all he did was take me to the fucking movies.
Yeah, me too. But where the fuck was I on that one?
No, I don't know. But there was like, yeah, let's go into a big dark room and not talk for 2 hours. All right, that's what I've seen everything.
That's, you know, it's funny. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. There's this guy Marty I work with. He knows all the movies we know, all of them. Like we should get him on one day if we can.
Definitely.
And I told him I saw The Thing, American Werewolf for London, like glad he took me to see Close Encounters and Star Wars. Like, you know what? It wasn't great parenting by Pop, but I tell you what, I enjoyed all of that.
We went to see everything. There was movies that I've seen that disappeared. I've never heard of again. Like there was a movie called The Kindred. I remember going to see.
I remember that movie.
Never seen it again. Never came out. There was one called there was one. It was one of those compilation movies where like there's like 3 stories, and one of the no, it was a real movie. Like it had 3. Nope. One of the stories was like about Civil War cannibals. I don't remember the name of this fucking movie.
Holy shit! You got to think about that one later on and text me, man, because I got to know what that is. How do I not know that?
It was something. It was like you know, The Kindred is like one word. It was like something one word, but
yeah. When that comes, send it to me right away.
The only story of the compilation. What are those called? Not compilations. Like Creepshow. What is that?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I can't think of it now.
But the only one I remember was about Civil War cannibals, and I don't remember the name of the fucking movie. But
and you never saw it again.
Nope.
Yo, I remember this one time, the Fort Wayne movie theater in Brooklyn.
Oh, right? Stick to the floor?
Where you stick to the floor, man. You had to like really watch where you said that. Yeah, you know the place. Me and Daddy we stood online in a fucking snowstorm to watch I think it's The Legend of Boggy Creek.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah. And I never forget. Daddy was like, I waited for an hour to see that fucking bomb.
What is that, Bigfoot or some shit? Like a Sasquatch?
Yeah. The only thing I remember from that movie is at the end when one guy's in the hospital and the guy's visiting him, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go at it again," and they did like this mad, emotional like, and the movie ended, and that's all I remember from that movie.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
The Legend of Boggy Creek.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I'm sorry. The other dude I remember too. Fuck, I forget his name, but he had like a weird eye, man. He was in the Cannonball Run. He was like the doctor.
Oh, Igor from Young Frankenstein. That guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That dude was like an old hick out there on the river or Boggy Creek.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I remember him and the 2 guys, and that's it. And I remember the fucking snowstorm.
Number 2, I got The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. There's no discussion there.
Nah, hands down, that's a great one.
And of course, The Thing, number 1. It's not even a question.
I think you might have missed one, maybe.
Tell me about it.
Dawn of the Dead?
I did miss Dawn of the Dead. We're going to take out Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We're going to put Dawn of the Dead right in there.
Yeah, because the Dawn of the Dead remake is... that's a fuck... Yes.
We're putting Dawn right in there. Thank you.
You know what, though? They could cut out that whole pregnant thing, though. I think.
Yeah.
Right or no?
Well, the girl was pregnant in the original. So I think they were like, what can we do with this? Oh, let's have her give birth to a zombie baby. And they were like, all right, let's do it. So I think that's what they were going with that.
Yeah, I get it. I do like the fact they would... I like the fact that they chase you down. Like, there's a cool part in that movie in the beginning when her husband flips the fuck out, right? She changes. And she gets in the car, and he's like sprinting behind the car. And all of a sudden, you just see somebody else and just takes off after them.
Yeah.
Kind of like that one-track zombie mind, I guess.
Yeah.
That was a fucking cool part, man.
That's exactly what I knew you were going to say that because I love that part too because it just shows you how like they're just He's just
Fucking
an
up.
animal now.
That's
He's an
fucking great.
animal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, to me, that's great directing right there. Like, that's a great piece of directing yeah, exactly. That's a good one.
I actually like Zack Snyder's directing. I like his aesthetic. I like the movies he's made. I mean, I don't like his movies are not very good, but he has an eye for shit for sure.
Yeah,
Zack Snyder, 300, Dawn of the Dead.
yeah.
He did those new ones that I haven't seen. Rebel Moon. He does a lot of slow motion shit.
Did he do? Did he
Man
do
of
the Star
Steel.
Trek?
No, that's J.J. Abrams.
Oh, because he has a style too that I'm not a real big fan of him, but he has a style that if you just threw random movie on,
Yeah,
I could tell it's him. Like he does this thing with the lights.
lens flare they call that.
Exactly. That he does that in all his movies.
He started becoming famous for it, so he stopped using it. Because
Oh,
people were
really?
people were breaking his balls about how much lens flare he uses in his fucking movies.
But yeah, breaking his balls. Well, that's what makes you you. Like there's a few directors like that I could probably tell who they. Like I think anybody could tell Stanley Kubrick in a way.
And Spielberg too, yeah.
See Spielberg, I don't know if I could tell if it's him directing.
I could easily tell fucking if you look at Close Encounters and Jaws and even a movie he didn't direct, Poltergeist, that's a fucking Spielberg movie. You could just tell.
What makes you like? What stands out to you with his movies? You think?
I don't know what it is. It's almost like a I don't know how to explain it, but if I put on a Spielberg, especially the older ones, Jaws, Close Encounters, you know what? I never saw E.T. Honestly, I've never seen E.T.
Get the
What's
fuck out of here.
like Raiders, like they all have a feeling to them. Even like I said, Poltergeist is a Toby Hooper, but Goonies feels like a Spielberg. Poltergeist because he was so heavily involved in these movies. His essence is in them. It's fucking strange.
See, I wouldn't be able to tell his movies if you put one on. I have a new one. I wouldn't be able to tell if it was him or not. But some directors I can. Of course, Kubrick. He's got that vision. Like no matter where you are in his movie, it's almost like you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Or he's got like a grim feeling to his environment.
Have you seen 2001?
I did.
That's a creepy fucking flick, and it's not supposed to be.
No, but
Well, maybe it is. I don't know.
you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Like like who else too? There's a couple. Tony Scott's another one.
Oh, his movies are very like kinetic.
Tony Scott is big with blinds and lighting.
Yeah.
If you look, there's always any
And
fucking
colors.
movie. Yeah, and colors, right? And he does like weird close-ups too, like in his scenes. Like there's mad violence going on, and he doesn't show you. He doesn't show you the big picture. It's hard to explain, and a lot of shadows on the faces.
Easily
Man.
Tony Scott. Tony Scott is actually one of the most recognizable filmmakers. You can't if you show me a Ridley Scott movie, I'm like, what? Because Ridley Scott does everything. But Tony Scott definitely had that look before he tossed himself off a fucking bridge.
What the dude?
He chucked himself
fuck?
right off the bridge.
Why would you go out that way, bro? God. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, so Kubrick, if you watch like 2001 is hard to get through.
It's tough.
But if you watch 2001 with the music and the eerie feeling, it's like a Shining like precursor. It really reminds me of The Shining a lot.
Yeah. All his yeah, absolutely. It's almost like that computer is like the haunt or what like the haunting type thing in a way.
Yeah. And there's a really fucking creepy because I just watched it like 2 weeks ago. There's a creepy scene where he goes into the void at the end or whatever. I don't know how well you know the movie, but he goes into the void, the black hole at the end or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's looking at himself like age, but he's looking into his own perspective. It's fucking strange. It's so fucking strange.
How do you come up with that? Like who?
Yeah.
How the fuck did he come up with that movie? Like
Well, that's based off a book, right? So the author of the book, I think it was Arthur C. Scott, I think. So Kubrick collaborated with him on the movie, but then Kubrick changed it so much, kind of like The Shining. He changed it so much that guy was like, I don't want no part of this fucking movie. And now 2001 became his own thing. So like he might have got some from the book, but most of that's him, I would think. I asked this guy from work to get on because he knows all this shit, but he hasn't gotten back to me. But dude, one second, he came to work with a book this fucking thick about Kubrick and read the whole fucking thing.
That was a crazy dude, right, Kubrick?
He's like a.
Fucked up,
All right, let's run it. Did you see Paths of Glory?
No.
Yo, Paths of Glory is fucking awesome. It's an anti-war movie about I think it's the French and the Germans. It's really fucking good.
That sounds familiar to me.
The Killing is great with Sterling Hayden. That's a great one. Paths of Glory. I'd never seen Barry Lyndon.
I never saw that one either.
Never will.
Nah, me neither. Yeah.
You seen Lolita?
I did not.
I had never seen Lolita.
There's some of them I don't have any interest in, really. Like Barry Lyndon, it just doesn't pull me in.
You filmed it using natural light. Big fucking deal.
Yeah, great. Yeah, good for you. Yeah.
But now we're getting into Clockwork Orange, 2001, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
That's like our wheelhouse. I feel like I'm missing one, but. The Tom Cruise one. I never really watched. Eyes Wide Shut. You saw that?
That's a strange movie. I love the title. The title is fucking that's a great title. Eyes Wide Shut. You're scared to death, but you can't look. What a great title.
Yeah. What the fuck is that movie about? I don't think I've sat and watched it front to back.
I've watched that movie like 6 times, and only in parts every time. I couldn't even tell you what it's about. It's weird.
No, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange.
See, the rumors on that movie is that that movie's about the Hollywood like cult.
Pedophile
shit.
Yeah, it's cultish. Yeah.
And they like fucking changed it around on him after he died to make it not so much.
Yo,
I don't know.
There's some fucked up dudes in Hollywood, huh?
They've always been fucked up.
I think now it's out there. But you know what? I think it's out there now. I don't think anyone gives a fuck.
Nah.
Yeah, I know. Huh? But like the movie Sound of Freedom. Did you see that?
I don't know that one. I don't think.
That just came out with Jim Caviezel.
Oh, that was the one they were trying to shut it down or whatever.
Why the fuck would you first of all, you're trying to shut it down and the whole world knows about it, right? Yet no one's condemning the people trying. Why would you want to shut that down?
It's a movie about child trafficking or something, right?
Yes.
It's a true story too.
It's a true story, yeah.
And they don't want, and they're trying to get people to not watch it. That's so fucking evil.
Well, how fucking terrible is that?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Let's say I'm one of those people trafficking, and that movie comes out. I'm not gonna say shit.
I don't want no one. Plus, I don't want no one to see it either.
But I'm not going to say shut it down because right away, what are you going to do? You're going to look at me like I'm fucked up.
Exactly.
But my point is that they did that, right? And people still don't look at them like they're fucked up.
Also, there was a Ronald Reagan movie that came out starring Dennis Quaid. This poor guy hasn't done shit in years. He was good in The Substance, though. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He was good in The Substance. I feel like he hasn't done anything. Now he's got a chance to act. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to play
like him, I think. I don't think they like him.
He's probably a Republican.
He's a Republican. They don't like him.
By the way, I've never thought in a million years I would call myself a Republican.
You want to?
Yeah. I think I'm a Republican officially. What the fuck?
Listen, the way we grew up on the streets, listening to punk and hardcore and metal.
Anti-establishment.
Yeah, it's hard to fucking be Republican.
Fuck everybody.
Yeah, fuck you, fuck the law, fuck everybody. But you know what? When you get older, it's like, I don't know, man. Shit twisted with me. I've
It's
been like
not only
that for a
that.
while.
It's not only that. The parties, they fucking jumped. They fucking
No,
switched.
hands down,
And
absolutely.
people are so married to their parties, they don't see it. Logic goes out the window, common sense goes out the window. I'm a part of this party no matter what, even though the party that I'm with is not the party that I started with. It's now something else.
Got a guy. I got a guy that I work with. Good dude. He's an older dude. He's like 58, and he's a Democrat. And we every now and again we clash a little bit, you know.
Right, yeah.
So he went to go put in his gun permit. Well, you know, he wants to get guns. So I hooked him up. We did it all together, and then he just got denied. He got denied because there's too many applicants applying, which is fucking bullshit.
Wait, this is what state?
This is fucking New Jersey, in Westfield, New Jersey. So he's fucking pissed. He's like, I can't believe these scumbags. He goes, they don't want me to have it. I was like, George, I was like, bro, this is the party that your family, and even maybe our family at one point, the Democrats are not the same anymore.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even be called the Democratic Party anymore. It should be something else. The fucking
It should be
retard party.
it should be the retard party. Yeah.
It's fucking.
Because they're
I
not
hate,
standing for democracy.
I hate Trump. Why? He's a racist. What do
Why?
you say that's racist? He's a racist. I gotta go. I'm not talking to you no more.
Yeah.
Fucking
Also,
bad.
like, all right, so we're New Yorkers our whole life. We've known him our whole lives. He was in the construction business in New York City in the 80s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You're in New York. All right, so there was, I don't know if you know about this thing. There was a building. You probably know better than me. I think it was occupied by black people, and he kicked them all out. But he shut their power off, their water off, to get them out of there to do something, to redevelop it or something. I don't know if you know that story. Way back in the day.
It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. Is that a true story?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of people are like, that he's racist because he did that. But they don't understand he's a businessman. If there was Polish people in there, he would have kicked them the fuck out too, because he did that move in the name of business, not in the name of I don't like black people or whoever was in that fucking that building. So a lot of people they see what they want to see, and there's nothing you could tell them about it. You can't be a racist in New York City your whole fucking life, dealing with a lot of black people, business owners, and he helped out so many black entrepreneurs and black colleges before he was in the public eye. He didn't become a racist until they wanted him to be.
100 fucking percent. He was on Oprah one time, and she was asking him if you want to be president.
Yeah, and he was making some good points then too.
Yeah. You know what? If they don't like you, they try every fucking way to put it out there. Things that you did that was questionable. As a human being, you're gonna do questionable shit. As a businessman, listen, just because he's Donald Trump, everything he buys is not gonna fucking succeed. You take chances. You don't take chances, you don't know what the fuck. You got to take chances. Oh well, you claimed bankruptcy before. He goes, of course I did. You tell me I can, I did it. But most people hear that and they just be like, well, he claimed bankruptcy. He's supposed to be this. No, he's a fucking businessman.
Yeah.
When he bought a building in AC, it fell through. They were like, oh, well, what good of a businessman are you if you bought this building and it failed? He goes, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
But anything
also,
you do.
Let me touch on that too. I was talking to this guy at work, and I don't know enough about politics to have conversations with people, but it came up, and he brought up that he filed bankruptcy or he had failed businesses. He had many failed businesses, bankruptcies. And I was like, so you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? He was like, that's a bad thing. I was like, no, that's a good thing. What is the biggest teacher in life? It's failure.
Yeah, you have to lose
to win. I think if he got to this position and never lost, if he got to this position and never failed, it's not a good thing because he has to learn shit. but he's done his learning, he's done his failing, and now he's doing what he's doing. So when people bring up the bankruptcies and the failed businesses, I think that's a good thing because that's how you learn.
That's the only way to learn. If you're a tough guy, how do you learn that you're not? You take a fucking beating.
Take a fucking beating. You got to get humbled. You have to be humbled.
You have to get humbled. And how these people don't know this, like when I see older people talking shit like that, I'm like, you're 60 fucking years old. How do you not know what life gives you? You know, how do you know
Yeah.
that you never fell in a fucking hole before? And if you
Yeah.
did, I'm going to be like, you're a scumbag, you're not worth nothing.
Yeah. Right. I understand.
It's fucking crazy.
I remember at one point, like, I had to start over. All I had was a mattress on a floor. Like that, you need to fucking go down to go up at some point. That's how you learn shit.
So
that's how you learn.
You're a failure.
Yeah, that's it for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's it. No matter what you do from this point on, you can save the lepers. You suck because you slept on a mattress.
And also, like, there's this sentiment that, like, if I like somebody, like, say a politician, let's say Trump, right? It doesn't mean I like him. I like his policies.
Right.
I like what he's doing. Everything that he's doing that I'm seeing, I like. It doesn't mean I don't like him. I don't have to like him as a person. And people say, well, he's not doing anything for you. I don't need him to do anything for me. Like the Democrats, they're like, they want, we're going to help out the blacks. We're going to help out the Spanish. We're going to help out the transgenders. We're going to help out the fucking female, this, that, and the other thing. But no, help out everybody. Like, what's wrong with, he wants to help Americans, everybody. That's why you got to get rid of the DEI shit. You got to get rid of these things. Give everyone the equal chance to fucking to do it.
This is DEI at its fucking finest. Did you see the commercial with the fire chief? I think she's a lesbian.
Oh my God. Yeah, I did. But go ahead, tell me.
She was saying, she was making a point of that, people are calling up or writing or whatever the fuck they're doing, saying, you won't be able to carry my husband out of a burning building. This is the first one. Her response to this was, well, he shouldn't be in that spot if I got to carry him out. And I'm thinking to myself, there's a whole population out there that hears that, and they're like, yeah, right. If your house, God forbid, is burning down, you're going to go wherever that leads you to. You don't, oh my God, that shit drives me. He shouldn't be in that position? What the fuck is that?
You got yourself in the wrong spot.
Yeah, you got yourself in a bad spot, and you shouldn't be there.
No, she said the wrong spot.
Right, the wrong spot. Like, you had a choice.
What the fuck? Yo, this guy, he don't give a fuck if you're black, white, yellow, green. Come save my ass, motherfucker. It's your job. You're a public servant.
According to her, people want to see people that look like them. Bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If I
can't do it,
dude, I could give two fuck. Just get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not fucking. Yo, I'm breathing in smoke at a rate that will kill me, and I'm stuck under a fucking beam. Come get me, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck who you are. Come get me.
As soon as they come in the door, I'm gonna be like, you don't look Italian or Mexican to me. Fuck you. You're out. Send in somebody else that's Italian. Oh, no, he's black. We don't share the same shit.
Yeah, fuck out of here. It's really bad. That's, and the main thing with the DEI is they started with the airlines and shit because these planes are falling out of the fucking sky. It's fucking crazy.
How the fuck? My God, we're talking about flying a fucking plane. If you get 100 on the test and I get an 80, but we both pass, you're telling me you're gonna pick the 80 because of the fucking skin color? Bro, you have to have a line somewhere, man. Like firemen, oh my God, it's fucking. Look at the mayor in LA too. Was another one.
Yeah.
How the fuck? Mike, you have no water in the Johnny pot in the fucking hydrants?
Because of why? Tell him why. For the fish. to save the fish.
They gotta save a little fish. Fucking brother. Listen, we're gonna save the fish. We're gonna burn down all your houses. Don't worry. But you'll recover. The fish won't.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy fucking world, man.
You can't really. That's why everything's cyclical. I mean, shit's got to come back the other way, because if kids never want to do, they always want to go against their parents. Not always. There's always some exceptions. So, like right now, all these kids' parents are fucking bleeding heart liberals. They're gonna go against that. You know what I'm saying? So this shit's gonna come around. It always does.
I think they're gonna take a shot at him again, man.
And I don't even care if they make him a martyr. They don't give a fuck. They just want it done.
I mean,
but JD Vance is a bad motherfucker though, so
they
don't want him in there.
But how about that picture of Trump after he gets shot? The famous picture. Fight. I fell in love with him at that fucking moment. I was
how do you not? Yeah.
How do you not?
Yeah.
Fucking.
And again, chills. And again, we've known him our whole lives. He's been a piece of shit, arrogant, fucking womanizing motherfucker. But he wants, if he wants our country to be the number one country in the world just so he looks good, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, you're right.
Let's do it.
Yeah, he's been arrogant. He's been cocky. Unfortunately, nowadays, that's what we need as a president. There was a good video I saw of him and Kim Jong-il. Okay, so, excuse me.
Trump He's North Korea, right?
Yeah. Trump went to North Korea to meet with him. Of course, everybody was in a fucking uproar, but you got to talk to people, but whatever. So there was like a long, pathway and all steps going up to like a temple-looking thing. Trump walked over to the stairs, maybe like 15, 20 feet before the stairs, and he fucking waited for that guy to come down.
Yes.
That's fucking something right there. That's something, man.
Yep.
You know? Come on, man. Obama would bow to people.
Yeah.
It's the United States, bro. You want to work with us, we'll work with you. We're not fucking bowing to nobody.
Nah, nobody. Can't do that no more. Those days have to be over.
Those days are over.
The days of taking hostages and fucking keeping them over. The days of fucking ICE, I don't know, people don't remember. Like, here's the first time he went around. ICE, he shut ISIS down. Out here in Long Island, MS-13 is an issue. They were gone. You didn't hear nothing from them. He alpha mailed the shit out of Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
You know, he fucking Putin was held at bay. Like, this fucking guy alpha mailed everybody. And the second he leaves, there's a war in the Ukraine. Kim Jong-un's fucking testing missiles again. Fucking MS-13.
The border's overrun.
The border's overrun. They're finding body parts in the park where me and my daughter ride our bikes. This shit is fucking crazy. So, I mean, yeah, listen, nobody's perfect. And like I said, I talked to a lot of women. They're like, "Oh, I didn't vote for him because I don't like him." It's not about that. It's not about that.
I don't fucking like him. When he first ran, it was him and Hillary, and I was like, "What the fuck? This is the best we have to offer."
Yeah, right.
But you know what? He went in. There was no war.
He'd be in jail. Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fucking. Yo, he's got so many of them that if you look at his compilations, it's ridiculous. He just makes me fucking laugh because not only does he say these things, Mike, he says them with fucking confidence, with no apologies. Fuck you.
You know what's great too? If you watch that clip, I don't know which one it is. It might be that one, but he's on a debate, him and another person, and the other person's talking, and you can see his face when the thing hits him. When he and he comes back with a gem.
You know what?
It might be the Rosie O'Donnell one.
That's a good one too, but he's got one with Chris Christie. It was such a New York thing. They were talking to him about AC. Chris Christie used to be the governor or the mayor or the governor of New Jersey. And Christie was like, they were like, well, you were in AC and you failed. He did such a New York thing. And he was like, well, talk to Chris about that. He knows all about that. That's all he said. And I was having this conversation the other day, too, that Trump's a New Yorker. He's
Yeah.
fucking quick with the comebacks, bro. He's
Yeah.
quick. That's how we all are, though. He's quick. He's aggressive. I mean, the guy's from Queens. I know everyone's saying, oh, Jamaica States, he's rich. He's a New Yorker. He's
Yeah.
quick. And you know what? A dangerous thing is people, I don't know if people agree, but I know this for a fucking fact. A super smart New Yorker is fucking dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really are. Because, and Trump is the perfect fucking example.
Yeah.
And you put
Plus,
something up, he hits it out of the fucking park, man.
yeah. Plus, Jamaica States. If you walk 3 minutes south, you're in Jamaica, Jamaica.
Fucking
It's
hood.
right there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
So
literally like right there.
that whole thing with Hillary, oh, it's a good thing you're not in charge of the button and or whatever the laws of the country. He was like, you'd be in jail. That was a typical New York.
Yeah.
The whole
And
fucking shut the fuck down right there.
yo, I don't know if my memory is remembering this wrong, but didn't he like walk away from the mic as he said it? So like he like dropped, "You'll
It
be in
almost
jail."
looked like a fucking mic drop.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? It fucking was. It was.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's the funniest fucking president ever. That fucking guy is hilarious. Holy shit.
people people hate him because he wants money for us. Like,
Yeah.
look at what the Democrats did to Manhattan. There's no, you're either rich or poor in Manhattan,
And everybody else left.
and everybody else is
It
fucking
was like
gone.
what do they call that when people go to Mecca? A pilgrimage or an exodus. It was a mass fucking exodus about all the
Gone.
people that left New York.
Do you know how many fucking people from up here are in Florida right now?
Yeah,
You
I was
know,
just there. Yeah.
so many. I got friends down there that you. I don't know what you're still doing up there, and I get it in a way. I mean, we get
I'll,
fucking bad. I
I'll
don't know if
never
I could do Florida.
I'll never leave. As hard as it is, New York over here, and when we say
Yeah,
New York, it's like Jersey, New York. It's it's
the
this
whole
kind of the same
area.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like it's the taxes are crazy. The everything's so expensive, but I can never see myself living in like okay, I can get all this property in North Carolina, but it's like I'll be in North Carolina.
Right. I
I
know.
don't.
I know.
Plus, like we have this thing about us where I don't know if I can live in a place where I can have my guard down. Like I know it sounds
No.
exhausting
Nope. I
walking
get
around
that.
with my guard up all the time, never trusting anybody. Um, always looking out for the scams, looking out for the fucking people behind me. You know how it is. Especially I work in the subway system and it's
Yeah.
fucking you never know what the fuck's gonna happen. Uh I don't know if I could live in a society where everyone's nice. I don't know if I could do it.
You know, I, I get. To me, a lot of people.
And slow, by the way. Let me throw that
Yeah,
in there.
that's what I was just gonna get at. I was in Colorado years ago. Actually, San Diego too. And San Diego's a city, and I'm online at the fucking store, right, to get some food, and I'm thinking to myself, "What the fuck are he doing? Like, what are you doing up there? Like, if I'm online at the deli, right, when I get up and it's my turn, bet your ass I know what the fuck I want.
Bang it out. Boom.
Yeah, I
Order,
get
move it over.
or driving around like when I was in Florida. I figured, yeah, let me go down for a few days, relax, take it easy. I get in my car and I'm like, motherfucker, move! Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? And I don't know if I could go that slow either. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I can't
To
fucking do
me,
it.
I don't know. What you're talking about your guard up. To me, that's just staying sharp, man.
Yeah, but if you live in a place where you don't have to do that, I don't know if I don't want to. This sounds stupid. I don't know if I want to live in a place where I don't want to have to do that. Like I don't
No,
have to learn how to not do that, and I don't want to not learn. I don't want to unlearn that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
would.
Like,
I don't either. I don't either. Do I want to get out of this fucking state? Yeah. Could I live in North Carolina? I probably could because I would get toys. I would get a quad. I would get some fucking guns. But at the same time, I don't think I want to unlearn that neither. Because I
Yeah,
could go anywhere. You work in a fucking subway system. Put you in fucking Afghanistan and you're going to see everything that's going on. Like, to
yeah,
me, that's a lot of people laugh at this, but that's a fucking gift.
yeah.
Street smarts is a fucking, not everybody has that, man. And to me, it's important.
I also feel like you can take. I'm not going to speak for New Yorkers. I'm going to just speak for me and you because we lived in Brooklyn, Long
Yep.
Island, Texas, for fuck's sake,
Yep.
Queens, South Ozone Park, Queens. I feel like you could take us and drop us anywhere, and we'll be
Yeah.
good. We'll be good.
And
Like
why is that? Because of where,
Sheboygan,
yeah,
fucking, or fucking, Camden. You can drop us anywhere, and we'll be okay. We'll make
yeah,
it.
yeah. Because you know what? We've been around a lot of different people. We've been around Italians, like real Italians. We've been around black. We've been around this. We've been around that. You start to know a little bit of everything. Like you start
Yeah,
picking up why they do. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but being exposed to all different types of people,
yeah,
you fucking you get smarter in my
yeah.
opinion.
That's why I always
No.
try to make it a point. I try to bring the kids to the city as much as I can to expose them
Yeah,
because they're in a
yeah,
mostly white school, and I
yeah,
don't want them to be like. I want them to know everybody, like
yeah.
have interactions with all these different people. I got to ask you something about Queens. When we lived in Queens, remember the brothers down the block? What was his name? Edmund, and what was the other one?
Oh, Edwin and Preston.
Edwin and Preston. One of them died. Did one of them get shot or something?
Yeah, I heard that Preston got killed over a bike, man. They killed him over a
Yeah,
bike.
I heard
That's what
about
I
that.
heard. They tried to rob his bike. Well, actually, this is what I heard. First, he was riding his bike, right? Yo, Preston was a tough fucking kid too, Preston. He
Yeah.
was a tough fucking kid. Even though we were young, he was tough. He was riding his bike on down like 135th, I think, and somebody just smoked him with a pipe or some shit. They tried to.
Ah, man.
No. This is the first time. Somehow Preston got back up and got his bike and went home.
Yeah.
This is the story. And then I heard another time, I don't know the same people, but he was shot. He was shot.
Yeah, I remember those dudes, man. I mean, we were young, but I remember them. And I remember I walked to school.
Yeah, yeah.
What was that PS? What was that PS? 120, 204, 124? 204 is Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yeah.
I
I
think it was
can't remember
124.
what that school was, what the number was, but that school was tough. That was a tough fucking element. I know people are like,
Well,
oh, it's
listen.
elementary. Yo, it was a tough school.
No, listen. When you're the only white kid in the school, and
Yeah.
you're brown, so you kind of pass.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
It didn't pass though.
I know.
Yeah.
But all right, so yeah, it's been an hour, so I want to wrap it up because this is my first time using this in like past 10 minutes. So I want to cut it now at an hour and see what I could do with it. One last question.
Sure.
Because my friend Sean from Fearcast in Canada, big shout out to Sean, asked me a question on TikTok, and I want to ask you. It was if you could see any band live, any era, dead, alive, whatever, who would it be?
Oh man, that's a tough last question. All right, I've never
Yeah.
seen. Fuck, Mike. I've never seen Warzone, dude.
Oh, Warzone, right? Yeah.
Never saw Warzone, man.
No, it's. I think it's hilarious that you said that because mine was Minor Threat. Because fucking now you would think, right? You would think Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath,
Yeah,
Pink
nah.
Floyd. Nah,
Yeah,
it's Minor
nah.
Threat.
No, fucking Warzone, bro.
All right, good.
You know
Good
what,
shit.
dude? Warzone, Minor Threat. I never saw the Bad Brains either.
Bad
man.
Brains. Bad Brains is
Yeah.
my second. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, good.
but
So we're on the
good
same.
question.
We're on the same page with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck the Stones. I want to see fucking Bad Brains,
Oh
Minor
yeah.
Threat.
You know what I want to do? I want to sit in seat 2070 and wow, this is great. This is great.
Start it up.
Fuck you. I need to get in there. I want to go
Yeah.
fucking hardcore, baby.
I
What are
want
you
to see
gonna do?
Minor Threat at CBGB's.
Yes, exactly. I want to see everyone at CBGB's.
All right, so everyone go to YouTube and do a search for Growing Up, Not Growing Old. Like I said, there's not going to be much up there now, but this is the first one. I'm still growing up, not growing old on your podcast apps or whatever. TikTok, check me out. And you got anything?
Yo, I'm glad you're back, bro. It's
I
been
never
too
left.
fucking long.
I never left. I'm always here. It'll never die. I'll do one every 5 years, but I'm still here.
Fucking A. I'm glad we did this, though, man.
Who's that next to you?
Oh, it's right here.
Yo, look at that.
I want you to
what up,
see
bro?
his face. He's got one eye. It's different than the other one.
I know. He looked over as soon as you turned the camera. He gave a look.
Yeah, he's my buddy. He thinks he's a fucking wolf, this guy.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, bud? He's like, what the fuck? You're making his ears bounce around.
Yo, thanks for doing the first video pod, man. I appreciate it. We'll do it again soon.
You got it, man. Yo, love you, brother.
Love you, brother.
All right, man.
Thanks for checking out the Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast. Find us on Twitter and Instagram at Gungo Podcast. That's GUNGO Podcast. And listen to past episodes at gungo.podbean.com.